Hey, ladies. So, we're talking about financial independence.
Yes.
So, that conversation can go in any direction, right?
Yeah, we all just celebrated Independence Day, but I love how Rosalind put that challenge out there. Like, let's celebrate financial independence. Yes. And you know
Yeah,
what? We're not there yet. Some people aren't there. Some people are there. If you're there, go ahead and celebrate. But if you're not, why not celebrate working on your financial independence, right?
absolutely.
For sure. And before we get deep into that topic, I think we might need to tell you who we are, first of all, right?
Yes.
So I'll start, right? So we are the Exit Strategy 5 UC, five amazing, beautiful Black women who have come together in order to connect with women that are professional, that are ready to move and be and have their best lives. And so I am Rosalind Marie. I am a financial wellness and birth coach, y'all. And so I am excited to be able to share tools of the trade with you all so that you can be your best self. Who we want to go to next? Brandy?
Yeah, so I'm Brandy Gamble. I am a financial strategist and coach. I help my clients to make smarter money choices. So I'm excited to share some things with you all.
Yep.
Go ahead, Monica.
I'm Monica Love. I am a real estate broker and professional and financial professional, and I help people set legacies and build portfolios.
Carolyn?
Hi, I'm Carolyn Leak, and I am a financial professional, and I rebuild one family at a time, a solid financial foundation.
Awesome.
All right. So since we've all introduced ourselves, I know we're waiting for Morgana to come back in, and she can do that when she gets here. So let's beef up this energy, y'all. So we're talking about financial independence. What is financial independence? What does that look like, and why does it matter? When I was thinking about this topic, I thought about freedom because that's what's celebrated on 4th of July, which was yesterday, the day before we recorded this. And the freedom that we get from being financially independent, what does that even look like?
Well, first of all, I think it looks different for everybody, right? I mean, wouldn't you agree? Like, my financial independence is different from what Rosalind might expect or what Monica might expect. I don't live as lavishly as Monica, so I think my independence might look different. But what I will say is, I think it's about living life on your terms. Like what's for you. We got Miss Morgana back, so I don't know if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, my dear, and then we can continue our conversation.
No, go ahead with the flow and I'll get in where I fit in.
But living life on your own terms is what I would say, Monica.
Absolutely. So the concept is about knowing what you need versus what you want, right? And I heard living lavish, and we all desire to live this lavish life, at least from the outside, appearing as if we live this lavish life. But on the inside, we are going through turmoil with debt and stress because we're living in debt to look like we're living well.
That's true. A
Mm,
lot of
What's the
families
saying?
are. A lot of families are doing that, right? And that's kind of what we're taught, isn't it? Like, go take out the credit cards and get the personal loans so you can, have the things. But learning those principles to help you build up so that you have it, so you don't have to depend on credit as an extension of your income is really that's the challenge. Yeah.
mhm, mhm. It is a challenge. So let's go around the room and give, because we talked about what it looks like and how we have been taught, I'll say inappropriately, to get what we want when we want it and just pop out the credit card. But let's just go around the room and give one um, defining thing that would help us. But if we could just give one what is it called?
Nugget, maybe.
Nugget. Thank you, Rosalind. Give one nugget of what people can do to make sure that they are getting to a place of financial independence. And I'll start with the first one because I heard Brandy say, credit. So I'll say the only time that credit is good credit is when someone else is going to pay it back for you. And that's like, I'm in real estate, right? So why not have someone else pay a loan that I may have gotten on a property by having someone else move into that property, lease that property. So now they're paying the monthly note on that loan. That's one way of good credit, establishing or paying back a good loan, I should say. Someone else give us one.
Don't try to overspend what you make. Don't go out there. We overspend, as we just mentioned, credit cards, extended. It is not income. Don't go and extend yourself. You spend more than you have. You find yourself in that bucket, debt bucket.
So one thing that has worked for me and I know has worked for my clients because I've seen the results of it is when you're intentional about saving. Like when you put that first versus putting it last, right? You can start to put the money away to prepare yourself so you don't have to feel so crushed and crunched to have to then take out the credit card. You actually got the money saved up. So I think being intentional about saving is really what helps people too.
I'll hop in here and mention that I know that we want to go out and have a good time, right? You work hard, so you also want to play hard, right? And sometimes, especially if you've had a long week, y'all know what I mean. You are waiting. You are like Wednesday coming, it's like hump day. Thursday is like Friday Eve. When you go through those weeks and you're just trying to get to Friday because you really want to get to the weekend, essentially. But sometimes we're not thinking. We just want to get to the weekend so that we can play and have fun. And many times we overextend ourselves, right? And so it's very important to make sure that you have a strategy for that entertainment. If you're thinking about, we want to, go out to eat. Trust me, I love to go out to eat. But are we doing that every weekend? And does that make sense for your spending budget? If it does not make sense, we don't want to take it away from you, right? I don't want to take eating out away from you because that's a lot of times that sends people over the edge, right? I make my money. I want to do what I want to do with my money. However, what I want to say, as Brandy mentioned, be intentional. And if you want to eat out, maybe strategically say 2 times a month. So put it in your strategy.
Take it in a whole different direction. The biggest tip, the best thing that you can do for your life, no matter what your goal is knowing your purpose. That's going to be the best guideline, the best principle, the best strategy, because knowing your purpose will give you the boundaries on how you spend your time, as well as how you spend that money. It's going to bring that intentionality that Brandy mentioned. It's going to keep you from overextending, like both Carolyn and Rosalind mentioned, and you're going to be about your business and you're going to use strategies like Monica mentioned on leveraging good debt. So knowing your purpose, in my opinion, is the first tip to getting to add all the other tips that we talked about today.
And there's a question that people can ask themselves that go very much in line with what you just said, Morgana, is does the decision I'm making support the life I'm trying to create? Right? I mean, if you ask that question with every decision you make, whether it's financial or career wise or friendship wise or what have you, it will help you to make a better and a smarter choice.
That was a great question. I mean, can we hit that one more time, Ms. Brandy?
Yes. Does the decision or the choice I am making support me living the life that I want to create? Yeah.
That would hit. That question will make everybody stand still. That will make everyone stand still and think twice and not be impulsive.
Yeah. You know what I thought about is the relationship that we have with money. When you said, does this decision really, how does that impact my life? Because a lot of times we make decisions that are impromptu, right? It doesn't have any real weight in our head because it's something that we want to do right now on the surface.
Yeah, impulsive.
I was going to say it's not even a decision at some point because it becomes a habit. It just becomes what we do without thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I posted something yesterday. We were getting ready for our Independence Day. Typically, like, we don't have family in Atlanta, so there's no house to go over. We're the house, you know, that we're the ones that cook out and, you know, invite people over or whatever. But we haven't done it in a few years. And lately we've been like just going to parks or, you know, doing the food truck thing and spending money. And with our 5, you know, family members, that's expensive, you know, and so we made a decision last minute. We're like, you know what? Let's make a smart choice. All right. Because usually we'll go out and we'll spend over, you know, $100, $200. And it's like nothing, you know, but like, let's think about this. You know, if we spend $200, $300 today, like, what impact is that going to have? We're going to have some full bellies, but it's not going to do anything for us. So we just went ahead and cooked what we had in the house and turned out to be a great meal. So just making smart choices, like, is spending that $200 to $300 helping me to create financial freedom or financial independence? And it's not. So anyway, just simple choices like that. Simple choices can really change. It can change your mindset, change your living.
Yeah, I love that, Brandy. Thank you for sharing relatable. There's also, and I've done it. You know what I mean? Look, let's just listen. I'm guilty of having done this before, where you go and do your regular grocery shopping, your whatever your grocery shopping haul is. I tend to shop at different stores because I really want to live a healthy, focused lifestyle, and so it makes me kind of go in different directions. I might do a farmer's market. I might do like a big box store, and then I might do like a store that has more fresh fruits and vegetables, or specific brands that I like, because I'm very intentional about what I put in my body, right? And oftentimes we'll do that, and then by the time we get home, we decide, or before we get home, on the way home, you got one of your favorite restaurants, and you're like, you know what, let me just pull over and get something to eat. It's like you just bought your whole, your groceries, and then you're going to spend probably over $30 to be able to go out and eat. And so again, you have to put in your mind, first of all, you need to eat before you go out. How about that? Or at least have a piece of fruit or something, your water, because what they say is you do not want to go shopping hungry, because you're going to overspend, and then 2, you're definitely going to make a pit stop and go to wherever that fast food restaurant is. So yeah.
It's a habit. I think, what Morgana said, it's about doing things, creating the habit, getting in the behavior of making different choices, and your lifestyle changes as a result of it.
Yeah. And what we have to remember too is that there are good habits and then there are bad habits. So if we find that we are making money decisions with bad habits, we can change those behaviors in order to have an independent lifestyle later on in our future, right? I'm sorry, Carolyn.
No, but to recognize a bad habit, you got to reflect, right? You got to go back and start thinking, like, because you think what you're doing is routine. This is something I've been doing, right? But when you always say, go back and have someone say, well, I make the money, but I have more month than money, right? And so when they can intentionally go back and look at what they've been doing, what their habits are those good habits or bad habits? And go back to what Rob mentioned, you grocery shopping, you cook, and you still eat out. Right there, place where you start. If it's a bad habit, start looking at that. If I'm not spending money for grocery, I am cooking, but I am still eating out more than I eat, than what my grocery bill is. Start paying attention. That's bad habit. Just I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
I could add to that, Carolyn. Most times we don't recognize a bad habit until there's a crisis,
yeah.
right? So that while that is very good advice, it'll be delayed though. I don't know about you, but you know how the old folks say, you're not going to change until you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you don't recognize those bad habits until maybe a light bill's cut off, until you open that credit card bill and your heart starts pulsing because the numbers are so high.
Hey.
And guess what? If that's you, you're in the right place if you're listening to us right now, because we can help you gain that independence. When you're in crisis, we are the people that you want to connect with, primarily because we've been where you are. Wherever you are, one of us has been there and recovered or are recovering, and we can help you.
Yeah. That brings up a whole different dynamic to Morgana, because what if you have eliminated those really bad habits because you really just don't have the money to do those bad habits anymore, the money to go out, the money to do anything over and above what is necessity? So what about residual income that causes you to live paycheck to paycheck without enough at the end of the month? How do you handle that?
I
give you that? I missed the question, but go ahead, Rosalind.
Okay. What I want to do is, because we're getting to the end of our segment today, ladies, but what I want to do is let the audience know that we have something for you. We, as the Exit Strategy 5, are Amazon's bestsellers, and we have some tools to help you get there, because often you don't know what to do. But guess what? We got a solution for you. And guess what? Here it is. Y'all see that? Oh my goodness. Design Your Wealth Mindset helps you navigate so that you can do what? You can focus on guidelines, principles, and strategies to improve your mindset, money, and more. And what we want to make sure that we do is, somewhere down below, we're actually going to put a link in our bio so that you will know where to get this tool, because we recognize some people are out there doing it by themselves. Brandy just mentioned they don't have family here. Neither do I. Some of my family, we do have a cousin chat box, though. We have a cousin chat. Several cousins are here in Georgia, but several cousins are, other places. And one of my cousins mentioned, oh my God, I really missed getting together at my Aunt Betty's house. Unfortunately, we lost her earlier this year, because we all used to get together. Everybody used to bring their pieces, and we throw food on the grill. The kids play around. We get to meet the new babies and all that kind of stuff. However, I put in the chat, well, maybe what we need to do as the cousin group is come together and, celebrate together, which means pooling resources, as Brandy mentioned. That's what the Exit Strategy helps you do. We help you pool your resources so you're not just out there willy-nilly going to, the fast food restaurant after you done grocery shop. Ladies, Morgan, I think you were going to say something. Or Monica, did you want to restate what you said? So we can go and close out.
Yeah, well, actually, what I was getting to was the fact that sometimes you need to have a business in your life. You need to start an agency or business in order to make up the difference from where those ends are not meeting.
Yeah. It's hard for people to accept the fact that that's what they need to do, because when you say business, they immediately think more work, and who has time for more work, right?
Right.
But when you identify a business that has a system that's already in place, it does help. So I encourage anybody who has a desire to do it but can't figure out how, they can do it, right? Connect with one of the exit strategists and let us help you identify a business that can be easy to plug into, but help you to get that residual income or that passive income that you might need.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great discussion today, y'all. We're going to pick it back up. We look forward to having more talks like this. I would say there are a couple things that we talked about. I took a few notes. I just want to leave the folks with the things that we talked about if we can. We heard be intentional. In order to help yourself to get to that financial independent state you want to be at, you got to be intentional about savings and making sure you're paying yourself first. Don't use credit as an extension of your income, because that gets you in trouble. This is a habit that you can't it's hard to break if you don't take notice of that. Good credit, smart credit, Monica, is what I'll call it. Like credit or debt that somebody else can pay for you is a good way. And knowing your purpose. That was the hit home. Knowing your purpose and asking yourself, is the decisions that I'm making going to help me to live the life I want to create? So create the life that I want to live. So with that in mind, we got some good tips. We're looking forward to sharing more with you guys next time. Go buy our book, Design Your Wealth Mindset.
Have a good one.
Last but not least, make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you put some comments below if there's information that you want to learn about how to design your wealth mindset. If there was some areas that you may be uncomfortable with asking, you just don't know, let us know so that we can make sure that we provide that information for you and really help you navigate. So have a great day, y'all.
Bye.